Today I'm going to be trying to guess all the countries of the world in alphabetical order. So what I've got right here is I've got the quiz. So basically when I'm playing the quiz, as you can see I've got all this, I'm going to try my best to try and do box by box. So I'll start with A, then B, and then keep on going. Right, so I'm just going to play. So there's Armenia. Oh no, Afghanistan. Armenia. Okay, so it looks like I might have to go through each individual box. Armenia. Armenia. There we go, there's Armenia. And then we've got Andorra, which should really be a little bit above it. There we go. And then let's try Albania. There we go. And now I've got to think of all the other ones. So there's... I've got to try and think of like African ones. So there's Algeria. Azerbaijan. Oh wait, no, Azerbaijan will be down here. Azerbaijan. There we go. And then we've got Austria and Australia. Austria. Nope. I'm just going to guess this is Australia. And this is Austria. And then there's Antigua and Barbuda. I've got to try and figure out where that is. Not there. Antigua and Barbuda. It's right there. Let's go. And then there's Argentina. And then what's this one? Angola. There we go. So now we've got to do B. So I remember there's... What about the B? So there's Barbados and Bahamas. Barbados, Bahamas. And then I've got to try and figure out where Barbados is. So I'm just going to keep on guessing down just like this. No, and then, just hoping that one of them... There we go, there's Barbados. So what's the other? There's Bangladesh. Bangladesh. There we go. And then I'm just gonna see where Brazil is. Actually, Brazil will be more down. So I think I'm just gonna type in basically whatever country I can, try and fill out a lot of spaces. But I think this will be a good strategy to have. Okay, so I roughly know that will be Brunei, and then that will be Burkina Faso. Oh no. I'll try here, Burkina Faso. There we go. Was there Bulgaria? No, it wasn't there. Maybe let's try the one above. Bulgaria. There we go. So what would be Burundi? So there we go. So I've got kind of a lot of the end ones. So I've got to think. Wait, Burundi, Bahrain, Oh, here we go. Be up here. Bahrain. And then we've got Belgium is somewhere around here. I'm just gonna keep on guessing until I get Belgium. There we go. There's Belgium. And then let's try and think. Where will Bosnia be? I'll start here. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Nope, it's not there. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Nope. Bosnia and Herzegovina. There we go. It's right there. I've got to think. Botswana. Well, this is getting a little bit easier once you start out. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to C. So the first one that comes to my mind is Cape Verde. Oh, okay, it was the first one. Well, Cameroon. Okay, now I know Cameroon is gonna be down here. Here we go. Oh, well, there's Cambodia. And then what will go below it? I don't know. I'm just gonna do Chile. Chile's got to be somewhere around here. Where's Chile? Oh, there it is. And then I'll do China as well. What will go below China? I don't know. Next one I think of is Costa Rica, so I'm going to go down just a little bit. I'm going to start off right here. See, oh, I got it just like that. And then Cote d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast. There we go. And then, not sure. Then there's Cyprus. I'm sure Cyprus would probably be at the bottom. Oh no, it's not. Cyprus. So what will go below Cyprus? Czech Republic. Czech Republic. There we go. Now I'm going to leave that and move on to D. So let me think of like D to F. So Denmark. Denmark. Okay, that's not the first one. Let's go down. Denmark. There we go. So I don't know. Then there's Dominica. I've got to try and figure out where that would go. Because I've got Dominica and Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic. There we go. Then what will go below? I've got to try and figure out where France is. I assume since it's F, it's going to be somewhere around at the bottom. France. What about the bottom one? Yeah. So I've got to try and figure out roughly where. About like. So what's going to be around it? I know there's Fiji. Let me try Fiji around. Okay, there's Fiji. So what's that? Finland. I'll do that. There we go. I've got to try and think of other ones. To be honest, well, the first one that comes to my mind is Gabon for G. Gabon. There we go. And then there's Gambia. Oh, and Gambia's there. And then Germany. I'm going to try Germany right here. Oh, there it is. What will go above Germany? I'm not too sure. Well, I want to try and figure out where Greece is, so I'm just going to keep on just going down here, just like this. There we go. There's Greece. Now there's Guinea. There's Guinea and Guinea-Bissau. So I think that should be near the bottom, right? No. Okay. Well, I'll go here. Guinea. There we go. And then here will be Guinea-Bissau. There we go. And then Guyana below it. I don't know about all other ones then as well. Right, so H. I don't know why, but the first one that comes to mind is Haiti. So let's do that. And then what comes to mind is Jamaica. Jamaica for right. So Jamaica is going to be somewhere around here. Jamaica. Nope, it's not there. Jamaica. 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 It's not here. Jamaica. I think it's a little bit more up, like here. Jamaica. Jamaica. There we go. There it is. Finally. Now we've got Italy. I'm going to try and find that. I'm not too sure exactly where that would be. I think it will be close to Jamaica, like around here somewhere. There we go. And then there's Iran and Iraq, which, let's have a look for them. Oh, there we go. It's right there. Iran and Iraq. Now I've got to try and figure out, so where did everything else go? So K, the first one that comes to my mind is Kazakhstan. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it here. Kazakhstan. No. Kazakhstan. Oh, there we go. It's right there. Perfect. And then there's Korea. I'm not too sure if Korea is going to count or if I have to type in South Korea. No, it doesn't look like it. No. Okay. So I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to leave the K. And then I'm going to move on to L. And I'm pretty sure the first one is Laos. Yeah, there we go. And then there's Latvia, Lebanon. Okay, now what will be L? Africa. Now, first thing I think of is Libya and Liberia. So I'm going to just go down and see if I can find it. Libya, Liberia. Wait, hold on. Oh no, it'll go above it. Liberia, there we go. And there's Lithuania, which I have absolutely no idea where it's going to be. So Lithuania, there we go. And Lesotho, where would Lesotho go? It'll go right here. Lesotho. I don't know, like, and then next will be Luxembourg. I'm going to start Luxembourg up here. Luxembourg. 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 Well, it's got to be here somewhere, right? Actually, what I'm going to do, it's not cheating, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to keep on pasting it in here to try and see if I can find it. I don't know why it's so far down. No way. Oh, it was literally right under Lithuania. Oh god. Right. So first thing that comes to my mind is Madagascar. Yep, that's number one. Now Mexico. I'm gonna go down just a little bit, just to play around and see where Mexico will be. There we go. It's right there. There's so many. Like there's Marshall Islands. Marshall Islands. So I've got that. I'm gonna copy that, and I'm just gonna paste it to see if it'll come up. There we go. There's Marshall Islands. There we go. And there's Monaco. I know Monaco will be a little bit more down. So I'm just gonna test out. There we go. There's Monaco, and then there's Montenegro. Montenegro. Montenegro, and then there's Mongolia. Mongolia. Mozambique. 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 There we go. I can't remember what would go around it. I know, wait, there's Mauritius and Mauritania. So, Mauritius. Now I've got to find where would Mauritania will go above it. Mauritania. There we go. Now, I think I'm done with M. I'm going to move on to N. N to R. Now, I know there's Netherlands and New Zealand around here. Netherlands, there we go, and then New Zealand will be right below it. I know Niger and Nigeria will be somewhere around here, so I'm just going to guess as to where it will be. I have absolutely no idea where it's going to go, so I'm just going to hope that it's somewhere around here. Oh, it doesn't look like it's that far, so I'm going to, there we go, it's right there. Okay, and then there's NOPQ, right, Oman. Let's try and find Oman. Where will Oman go? Oman. There we go. There's Oman. And there's Namibia. Okay. There's Papua New Guinea. OP. So I'm going to start it just below it. Papua New Guinea. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm just going to paste it in here just like this, just to see if I can find it. There it is. There it is right there. Now I've got to try it. Now there's Pakistan. Where did that go? Not there. Not there. It goes right there. That's good. Okay. It's good to know. Now, L, P, Q. Oh, so I've got to try and find one for R. Like there. L, P, Q. There's Qatar. Right. So I'm gonna start doing Qatar about here, just to see if I can get it around here. Let's try it here. No. So I'm just gonna keep on trying Qatar, see if I can get it. There it is, right there. QR. Russia. Where is it? Russia. There we go. And then there's Rwanda. I think Romania. There we go. And then S. First one I think of is St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis. That is first. Then there's what other saints are there? St. Vincent. No. St. Vincent. And then there's Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia. There we go. And there's San Marino. San Marino. There it is. Then there's Sao Tome and Principe. Is that right below it? Sao Tome and Principe. There we go. Nice. Seychelles. I'm going to go a little bit further down. Seychelles. To see if I can get it around here. Seychelles. There we go. It's right there. S. I don't know. Well, there's not much time, so I think I'm going to move on to T then. First one I think of is Turkmenistan. No, so it's not there. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm just going to paste it in just like this, just to try and find it. There we go. And then there's Tajikistan. There we go. There's Togo and Tonga. So actually, I'm gonna go down just a little bit. I haven't got much time left. I've got 8 minutes. Togo, Tonga. There we go. Trinidad and Tobago. There we go. Got to try and think what's U. Well, there's UK, United States, UK. There we go. And then USA. And then there's Ukraine. There we go. Uganda is there as well. Uganda. There we go. There's United Arab Emirates. There we go. We'll go below it. So there's V. So there's Venezuela. So I'm just going to copy that yet again. And I'm just going to spam through all these just to try and see if I can find it. There we go. So now I go all the way to the bottom. There's Zambia and Zimbabwe. So I'm going to do that. Zimbabwe. Go right above it. So V, Vietnam. And then Y, Yemen. There we go. There's none for X, V. There's U. There's the Vatican. Come on, that's got to be here somewhere, right? Come on, Vatican. Be here somewhere, please. Don't tell me I have to type in Vatican City. Oh no, I don't. Vietnam. Oh, I've done Vietnam. So there's Uruguay. And then Uganda. Have I done that? No, well, I'm just gonna try it in. Oh no, I have done Uganda. There's you. Yeah, I've already done Uruguay. You. I don't know. I can't. I just can't think. I'm proud though that I got 103. Oh my god, there's quite a lot of obvious ones I got here. Like I didn't get Canada or Chad. Are there any other ones I didn't get? Like Grenada and Guatemala, like they're right next to each other. But I'm disappointed that I didn't get India or Indonesia, Iceland. Geez, Japan, Jordan. I didn't get the Maldives either. Peru. Well, I'm glad that I got like the really, really popular countries. I'm proud of that, but I just didn't get a lot of S's here. Like I'm proud that I got all the A's. I got every single A1 right. I hardly got any S's though. That's the bad thing about that. But like honestly, I'm really proud of myself for doing that. So then, as you can see, I got 103 out of 197. Now let's see how you can do. I got 52%. The average is 66%. I don't know how. So yeah, so it's 52% that I got. And right, try and see how much you can get. Try and see out of the 197 countries how many you can get. Make sure to comment them down below. Comment your answer, what you get, and I will be replying to all your messages. If you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe for more quizzes like this daily, and have a great rest.